and which I don't recommend for anybody, by the way. Bringing your whole self to work makes you help you realize that there are emotions involved and that you need to process those things and not bury them. I kind of said, wow, this is really making me angry. I need to probably just get out of this meeting without without reacting. That was my first element of survival on my own, which is just let this meeting end, and I just need to swallow this and get out of this meeting so that I don't hurt myself, and I don't hurt my chances.
Even when we've been on our journey to being able to do this for a long time and we're really good at this, there's still times that pop up where we're right back at the beginning and we don't know how to do anything other than just barely hang on and get out of there with our skin intact. On Uncommon Leadership, we explore aligning personal fulfillment with business success, creating authentic teams, and cultivating the resilience necessary to move beyond simply surviving today's challenges into thriving. I'm Michael Hunter with Uncommon Teams, and today we'll uncover fresh insights into what it means to lead with resilience, adaptability, and ease. Joining today is Eric Charran. Eric is a visionary technology executive, author, and thought leader with over 25 years of experience in transforming global enterprises through digital innovation, data-driven strategy, and AI-driven solutions. Known for his ability to bridge the gap between business objectives and complex technology, Eric has spearheaded transformative initiatives at major organizations such as Microsoft and Capital One, where he served as chief architect, bringing substantial advances in cloud resilience, digital transformation, and data infrastructure efficiency. His strategic insights and leadership have driven high-impact changes across sectors, optimizing performance and fostering resilience in industries from finance to healthcare. What gave you the wherewithal, that first time especially, to realize that, oh, I'm having an emotional reaction, and what I am starting out thinking is going on might not be what's actually going on?
Yeah, it's interesting because, I guess even in my personal life, I'm not a very emotionally expressive or explosive person. And so like when I'm and I think we have this fallacy that in a professional setting, there is no room for emotion. Like it's all business. And so you kind of have to, I'm a Gen Xer. I've been around for a while. And so there was no such concepts of belongingness, bringing your whole self to work, psychological safety. When I was coming up, it was like, you just stuff that down and you be a professional. And which I don't recommend for anybody, by the way. Bringing your whole self to work help you realize that there are emotions involved and that you need to process those things and not bury them. So for me, it was like just feeling tingling in my hands and just like a rising heat in my body, starting to sweat. And just this sense of injustice and disbelief was kind of what sticks with me as I look back on those memories. And when I write about this in the book, I call this archetype of behavior because this repeats across multiple managers. I call it the amnesiac. And the number one thing that you'll hear multiple managers that fall into this behavior ask is like, how is this the first time I'm hearing of this? So that really helped me understand that, hey, this isn't personal. They're not doing this to me. This is just how they exist based on all of the strain that they have to manage and all of the inputs that they have to manage. So when I first encountered it, I kind of said, wow, this is really making me angry. I need to probably just get out of this meeting without without reacting. That was my first element of survival on my own, which is just let this meeting end and I just need to kind of get out of here. And then just think about what happened and why it happened.
Was that awareness of the emotions that were going on and ability to separate yourself from that enough to reason about them in that way so that you didn't react explosively and you were able to at least survive long enough to get out of the meeting and then reflect on that? Is that something that you've always been able to do? What let you do that there in that moment?
I think at that point in my career, I was, because there's multiple things. I think early in career, you're always looking after what's going to get me to that next level, what's going to help me mature, and what's going to help me attain the next big responsibility, big project, and get me noticed. That's going to get me promoted, essentially. How am I going to climb this ladder? And so for folks that are very interested in career velocity, like I've always been, you know that there are unhelpful things that you could do to yourself, self-harm, erupting in a meeting of really senior people and challenging your boss and asking what you really want to say is, what are you doing right now? Like, do you realize that your lack of preparedness and your inability to remember this funded project that I've been working on for weeks and months, and I have an entire team working on this? How could you forget this? How could you not know this? How could you have this happen within your division, within your organization, and not understand that this is one of those strategic things that, you know, your team has been signed up to provide? And in the moment, you begin to realize that's probably not going to be helpful if I start asking those questions. So your ability, and this, right or wrong, and I don't know if this is healthy or not, but at the time, this is the way I thought about it, that I just need to swallow this and get out of this meeting so that I don't hurt myself, that I don't hurt my chances. And I don't know that that's necessarily healthy looking back on it. But I do think that conducting yourself professionally, realizing that you're having an emotion, and then navigating the best way to portray that emotion, or not, but deal with it and process it rather than bury it, is the way to a productive engagement and a coping strategy that you can use to kind of help grow your manager.
Thank you for this example, especially when we're not used to handling emotions in a productive way. Simply keeping hold of them enough to not get ourselves fired in a meeting, not alienate everyone else, to get out of the meeting in a way that we survive, our job survives, our team survives, and then we can deal with the ramifications of what might be going on later. Can be so hard just on its own. And then to try to, on top of that, be in real time analyzing all the dynamics going on and searching for the optimum way to help these people who may be having all sorts of their own emotions coming up. They probably aren't so excited about discovering that they're being blindsided by something that they know they're telling themselves they should have known about, whether that's true or not. Handling all that in a way that helps everyone move forward in a smooth and easy way is high-level stuff. And even when we've been on our journey to being able to do this for a long time and we're really good at this, there's still times that pop up where we're right back at the beginning and we don't know how to do anything other than just barely hang on and get out of there with our skin intact.